Celebration here at HSN. Hope you're enjoying your afternoon. It's hard not to when Heidi is here.
We're having a party.
We are, and as we promised, lots and lots of brand new. And this piece here has been one of our most popular brand new pre-selected Heidi pins on hsn.com. Even before we had a chance to tell you all the wonderful details about it, it's our island paradise. Okay, whether you're going to the islands or not, guess what? This piece is going to transfer you there every time you glance at it. I promise you.
Yep, even if you feel a need that you got to get away, you put this pin on and you are transported. This is so fun.
And
Look at that.
You've done a palm tree before, right? But never this combination with the beach chair.
Never with the beach chair.
And the martini.
No.
Oh, you got to get super close. They have to see every little detail. You're not missing a thing here, girlfriend.
No, and look at that. There's the waves underneath the beach chair. You see those pictures of people in the beach chairs that their feet are in the water and their behinds are touching the surf.
Perfect.
Well, and there's a little one palm tree just decided to come out of the sand.
Yes, right there.
Oh, I want to go there. I want to go there. Look at the coconuts. Look at these coconuts in the tree. There is, everywhere you look, there's something really fun that will make you smile. And this was the pin that our Sharon from New Jersey was talking about.
Oh,
this is
she went, Bill, and she pre-selected it already.
Yeah.
And $129.95. And that's what she said. When you get this home and see the detail, the stones, the combination, the setting of the stones. I mean, there's no doubt this is why your pins have been in coffee table books. I mean, they're true collector's pieces. And there's so much you can do with these. I mean, pins and brooches are bigger than they've ever been.
They are.
You said it earlier. Put it on a hat. Put it on a handbag.
Oh, yeah.
Put it on a beautiful sarong, on a belt, on your jean jacket, on a winter coat to give it a new facelift.
Exactly.
I mean, and especially a winter coat. What better? You know, you walk in the snow and you look down at this in the mirror and you're like,
oh yeah, that's what we're gonna look forward to.
Okay, yes.
Right.
You better believe it. And 5 or 6 flex pays. Very, very popular already. I want to give you some dimensions, about 2 3/4 of an inch in length and 1 7/8 of an inch side to side in the width here. And we'll show you as everything Heidi does. Look at this dimension. Look at that.
Is that cute? And look at the little striped beach chair. It's done in baguettes. Isn't that cute? And then the palm tree is literally, there's a graduated emerald baguettes that go throughout. And isn't that so? I mean, it really is. And the tree itself is done in sapphire, like smoked topaz, 3x2s and princess cuts that go down. The wooden chair, is done in crystal golden shadow.
I love it.
Everywhere you look, look at that, and look at the drink with the lemon on the side of the drink.
I mean, this tells the story. Yeah. This is your storyteller.
This is.
And if you know someone who just loves, we're talking about the beach and the water and vacation and Caribbean, and you want to give them one of the most unique, special gifts that they will cherish. And these are heirloom pieces. They'll be stamped Heidi in the back that they will cherish for a lifetime.
That's right.
It's going to bring an instant smile to their face. They're going to be thanking you nonstop. If you ordered the today's special, remember that fancy link chain, you can add this to it.
Absolutely.
Talk about a conversation piece and really brightening up people's spirits.
Oh yeah, for sure. And to put it in a crazy place, put it in an unexpected place. Daryl, I think there's a picture that I took with that cat pin that I put the cat pin up on a big old floppy hat. And that will just show the girls different ways in which to work with their brooch, because it's so much fun. When you go to these resorts too, a lot of times, and even here in Florida, you walk into these resorts, it's freezing, you're dying of the heat.
True.
You open the door into the restaurant or wherever, and it is below zero.
So true.
Yeah, so you need to bring a pashmina, and what a way to close that up and to keep yourself nice and cozy, warm with a pashmina or what have you. Uh-oh, there it goes. Man down.
Not to mention when you go into those fancy resorts, that's where you normally see fun little palm trees and things like that.
Right.
But you don't see them like this.
No,
you do
don't.
not see baguette cut stones. You don't see the quality of crystals that Heidi brings to life. You're not getting that lifetime warranty that comes along with the pieces. And I always say this with Heidi. Sometimes you see a design, you think, oh, wait a minute. I think that's a beach chair, or I think that's a
That's
palm tree.
right.
Oh, let me get closer. Oh, no. There is no doubt. You know from 10 feet away, you're looking at the prettiest palm tree and little beach chair. And the
true.
water, take me there. You know, that's the
so
fun
true.
thing.
No, that's not the, you know. But what is so cute? No, there's a picture of me with a cat. Our Daryl's asking me right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Was that with the Today Special, that one you
That
had?
was
It
one with
looks
the Today
so
Special.
pretty.
Yeah, right? Yeah,
We have to show that to everybody, because that's a great photo of you.
Yeah, thank you. But it's very interesting. There was the coffee table book that that Madam Secretary Madeleine Albright wrote. You know, it's Read My Pins, and it's very interesting. The gals who collect pins. You know, if you were to walk in a room and some gal was wearing this on a very business-like suit, you might think a couple of things. You might think, well, maybe she's can't wait to go on vacation. Maybe she's just a happy
Playful,
boss.
yeah.
You know, it's very
true.
interesting to read people's pins. And I've noted that the kind of girls that are attracted to these crazy fun things are girls that I adore.
Me too.
You know, they're fun.
Playful.
They
don't take
fun.
life too serious.
You're darn tootin'.
Yeah,
and
that's
they have a little smile, they have a little kick in their step, and they enjoy life. And you know what?
I'm with you.
We are all here. You know, God put us here to be happy.
That's it.
And you know what? If a little sparkle will do it for you, then I am happy.
And if that's the case, there's nobody better than doing that than Heidi Daus herself and her beautiful fine jewelry. Okay, I know we're getting ready to scoot on. We're super duper busy. We have fewer than 200 of these that are currently available for you. Take advantage of Extra Flex, the buy more and save. This is item 496774. And I know we want to share with you a few other things that are going to be coming up in the hour. Okay, with that being said,
Oh boy.